Man. All right, welcome to the I Am a Business show. All right, I am excited that you guys are here. Love the curls. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, BA Soar. Okay. Oh, there you go. You got to see
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man. And I'm here with my my buddy, my awesome buddy here, Landon Stewart. Okay.
Yo.
This guy's a phenomenal guy. Okay. He is. He's just an awesome guy, man. I have never seen anyone as intelligent as him. Somebody who brings as much value as he does, and just excited that he's actually on here, right? So we're gonna be doing a couple of things, right? And today we're gonna be talking about why being a perfectionist may be the death to your business.
Ooh, that's good, bro.
Okay,
I like that, man.
That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Why being a perfectionist may be the death to your business. Okay, to your business. So, so that's what we're gonna be talking about. Okay, who we got here live right now? Okay, we got 4 live viewers. We got Julie, Alicia, and B.A. Soar. Okay, good seeing you guys. Okay,
what's up?
On Periscope. All right, so here's what I need you to do. Okay, a good subject. Oh, I appreciate that. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, welcome to the I'm a Business show. I'm not a businessman. I am a business man. There we go. You got it, man. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. So there's gonna be 3 parts. We're gonna be breaking this down. Okay. Cool. We're gonna start with affirmations, okay?
Affirmations.
Then the quote of the day, and then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes, man. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of why being a perfectionist may lead to your death in business, okay? So here's what I need you guys to do really quickly. If you're on Periscope, all right, whenever you get something that's juicy, something that's amazing, okay, make sure you tap that screen, okay, with hearts. And also, if you are getting a lot of value, make sure you invite your followers, okay, so they can also get access to this. And of course on Meerkat, the same thing, okay? So let's get right into it, man. Really quickly, what do you think about that topic?
Oh, dude, I love it, man. Whenever I got started in my first business when I was 18-ish,
okay.
And I had this horrible thing. I wanted, you have an internet business, you need websites and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had like this horrible thing that I would not go live with anything. No traffic, no leads, nothing, until I had the most perfect website ever.
Wow.
And it slowed me down so much because like I think it's Ryan Dice who calls that stuff the whispers, when you want to focus on the stuff that shouts. So there's like big stuff in business, like lead generation, doing your marketing, connecting with your audience, stuff that's going to create large income, that's going to impact large amounts of people. That's like the shouts. And then there's the whispers, which is like making everything perfect. You know what I mean? So love it, bro. Love the topic.
I can't wait to get right into this, okay? So we're going to start off with some affirmations. So guys, if you guys know anything about this, right, this is the part where you're just going to stand up, okay? We're going to stand with you, okay? And we're just going to go back and forth, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to do the I am. You've ever heard the I am?
I've never heard it.
It's actually from the Bible, dude.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
It talks about how, tell the people that when they're poor, tell them that I am rich, right? So it's basically just who the I am of the I ams, right? It's like, that's who God is. God is actually, he can transform and become anyone you need him to become, or courage, or like bravery. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Right? So we're going to get right into the affirmation, guys, all right? So let's stand up. I want you guys to stand up with me at this point, okay? Yeah, we're going to do it right now with you guys, okay? And I'm going to start off, and then we're just going to go back and forth, all right? And we're going to see how fast we can ping pong this, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Affirmations, real quick. Why are affirmations important?
Ooh, I actually, I don't need.
What's your takeaway on that?
I actually do different kinds of affirmations.
Okay, what kind of affirmations?
I actually, instead of saying I am, I actually state it in a question. So I would say, instead of I am rich, I would say, why am I rich? And what it does is your brain does what's called a transderivation search, where it actually searches the unconscious mind for the information to create the result. So that's actually the kind of affirmations I do. So it's like, instead of I am confident speaking in front of people, it's like, why am I confident speaking in front of people? And it's like, well, I have good stuff to share. And so your brain starts seeking for the answers.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I actually do affirmations. But I'm totally down with doing it your way, though.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do some I ams.
That was really good, man. That's good. That's some good stuff, man. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. I am powerful.
I am badass.
I am amazing.
I am, what's a good one, bro?
Intelligent.
I am intelligent.
I am the best salesperson alive.
I am the greatest copywriter alive. There we go.
Right. I am courageous.
I am brave.
Beautiful, man. So guys, here's what I need you to do. I need you to start saying these affirmations. Actually, I really like what you just said, right? Which is asking yourself questions. I never even heard of that. Like, this is my first time hearing that. That's pretty interesting how the mind works.
And then the main thing though with affirmations is make sure you're doing it how we're doing it, which is almost more so an incantation versus an affirmation. Like a lot of people, they'll be like sitting on their chair like this, you know, like slunched over, and they're like, I am happy. And it's like, no, you aren't happy. You know what I mean? It's like, so you need to, like the kind of affirmation you just did is sort of like an incantation, which is said with energy, emotion. So it's like I am power, and then it's like it like brings about the power.
Actually, that's a good point that you make. Yeah, like kind of like embodying what you're saying, like kind of like touching yourself.
Yeah, like,
come on, I can do this.
Makes it more visceral.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah.
So for again, guys, you guys are joining us here at the I Am a Business Show from Meerkat, YouTube, Periscope, and the I Am a Business Show. All right. So what we're gonna do right now is we're actually gonna get into the quote of the day. Okay.
Let's do it.
So the quote of the day. What you got there, man?
Okay, here's the quote of the day, and this is important. Write it down. Quote of the day. Hold up. It is, try not to become a man of success, but rather a man of value. By a man, Albert Einstein.
Woo.
Which I think, what do you think about that, bro? What are your thoughts? Give me thoughts.
Man, try not to become a man of success, but rather a man of value.
Yeah. What do you think about that, bro?
Man, that's good, man.
Yeah, well, see, I like it because if you become a man of value, then you will become a man of, because a lot of people, they try to look for like a quick, easy way of making money, or they want like the fast, easy way. Whereas the truth is, in our society, what you're paid for is the value that you provide a marketplace. And so if you want to be successful, right, which you all do, obviously, because you're watching the show, then it's incredibly important to become valuable. Like, bro, if I were to ask you, what would be like your top 3 tips for becoming more valuable? What do you think, bro?
I think the first one would be just do it, you know? And that's kind of like what we're doing with the topic. Just do it, because sometimes we kind of hesitate, you know? We have this hesitation to make sure everything's perfect. Yeah. The second thing is just fail, man. Just have massive fun failing, because when you fail, what you gain out of it is an experience, right?
Yeah.
And experience, I believe, is something that is really the treasure behind when you want to do certain things. And the third thing that I probably tell somebody to be successful is to actually, man, to be willing to take risks, because at the end of the day, you know, if you don't have faith and you're not willing to take risks, I mean, you know, life is just a risk, you know? And actually what I believe is more risky is playing it safe. You know, but what about yourself?
To become valuable, I do the same things. I do 3 things every day to become more valuable, if you want to write them down. Number 1, first thing every morning is I do a game called Lumosity. And what it is, it's actually games for your brain. It's like $10 a month. You can go to lumosity.com, Google it or whatever. And basically all it does is it trains your brain to think better, faster, be smarter, basically. The second thing I do every day is I read every day, 30 minutes a day, read about a book a week. If you're reading a book a week, that's 50 books a year. Over 10 years, it's 500 books.
Nice.
Imagine like the life you can create. Like, did you know that after people graduate from college, like the average person stops reading for like ever?
That's crazy.
And did you know that to become an expert in your field, it only takes 30 minutes a day for 7 years?
Wow.
You can become an expert in any field.
Wow.
And then the third thing I do every day is I listen to audio. So I listen to people who have the things I want, because your brain has mirroring neurons. And so if you listen to the people who have the kind of life you want, your brain will actually unconsciously start acting like those people. So if you listen to Tony Robbins, you know, who's awesome, you listen to someone like that, if you start acting more like Tony Robbins, what kind of results you're going to create? Much bigger results.
Exactly. And that kind of goes back to the compound interest is sexy. Absolutely, I agree. Freedom addict, okay? No, but that goes back to what you were saying, you know, like, or what the quote of the day was, you know, become a man not so much of success, but rather a man of value. Right. Value. And the way I look at it in my mind, it's kind of like the whole, like, the formula be, do, have. You know, and sometimes people have it backwards, where they believe that they need to have, let's say, $1 million in order for them to start doing the actions that a millionaire does. so then they can become a millionaire.
That's
you know, and I've ran across a lot of people that sometimes we encounter, and when we talk to some of these people, they have this formula backwards, right? And I believe that it's kind of like the same thing that you just mentioned with Albert Einstein's quote, where if you just become valuable, success will just happen, you know? Yeah. So you have to become, right? It's like first become, you know, if you want to make money, if you want to be successful, just be that right now. And then now that you step into that person, you step into that individual, now start doing the things that a successful person normally does. And then eventually the money that you want will happen, right? Like when it comes to money, money's just like the result of you doing something. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a result. Absolutely. And sometimes we're going after the result instead of understanding what came after the result. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys listen to Tai Lopez, but my man Tai Lopez talks about how if you want to have a Ferrari, don't focus on I want the Ferrari. Instead, focus on what do I need to learn to make $300,000 so that I can have the Ferrari.
A much better question. Right. A much better way to look at how you can get a Ferrari. So I mean that's powerful, man. I actually love that quote. I've heard it a couple of times, man. Dude, how old was Albert Einstein before he passed away?
I don't even know, bro. I'm not a history expert.
Me neither. But I was just wondering, man. You always
have talents and strengths. That is true.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, again, if you guys are in Periscope, right, make sure you share this with your followers. Okay, we'd like to have more people on here. All right. Again, Meerkat people and YouTube people, we're excited that you guys are here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about some of the challenges that before we get into the meat and potatoes. We're going to talk about some of the challenges, right? What if you don't know how you find them? What if you don't know those? How do you find them? What if you don't know those? How do you find them?
Can we get a rephrase on that question?
Yeah, do you mean like how do you know? Yeah, get a rephrase on that question. Your strengths.
Oh, how do you know your strengths? There's actually a book called Strength Finder 2.0. I recommend that for finding your strengths.
Nice.
And then mastering your strengths. That's like a lot of people, they try to work on their weaknesses. But the truth is, I think it was Jim Rohn who talks about how in your life, there's like a scale of 1 in 10. So you're like a 1 out of 10 at a skill, at leadership, a 1 in 10 out of stuff. And he says that to become like a millionaire, you basically have to be an 8 at something. And he says over the course of your life, you can get about 3 or 4 points better at any given thing. So he says you're born at some 5s, you're born at some stuff that's 2s. He says if you work on your stuff that's a 2, by the time you die, you can only get to like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
If you work on your strengths, you can take a 5 to a 9, and that's $1 million skill set.
And that's where you start getting paid, man. That's where the money starts coming in. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah. So that book is what you would recommend for people to find their strength, right?
Yeah.
So here's what we wanted to do now, right? We wanted to talk about maybe some of the challenges we've been through and experienced that moment, and just talk about some of the challenges when it came to why being a perfectionist almost caused the death of your business.
Yeah, it did. And I wouldn't say the death, because I'm like the kind of person who I never would have given up. Like some people, they give up over like the littlest things. They like get up out of bed in the morning, they stub their toe, and they're like, I quit my business. This is too much for me to handle. And I wouldn't have given up ever, even after like 3-4 years of working hard and not getting results. I never would have given up. So it wouldn't have caused the death, but it did cause the delay. You know what I mean? And it was like this constant thing where I had to make everything perfect. And nowadays there's so many tools that there's no reason, like if you need a sales funnel as an example, you go to clickfunnels.com, you can have a sales funnel up in 5 minutes. And it took me freaking months and months and months to create back 4 or 5 years ago. So there's no reason to be a perfectionist, because those are the whispers. It's the stuff that doesn't even make any difference.
I like that, man. The shouts and the whispers. Man.
Yeah, right.
Who said that? Ryan
Dice? I think it was Ryan Dice.
I like that, man. Yeah. I like that. For me personally, I actually remember when I first got started back in 2013. And I actually remember going through, I felt like when I bought a course, and I was like, I have to go through all of these videos, because if I don't go through all of these videos, that means that I'm probably not going to be able to succeed, because somehow I need to go through all of these videos, watch all of the content on here. Then once I'm done, then I probably may be qualified to start taking action.
Yeah.
And I found myself exhausted. I found myself in pain. I found myself not getting results. I found myself frustrated, right? And at the end of the day, it was like, dude, why are you being so perfect for it, And I think that being a perfectionist causes people to have hesitation. And when you have hesitation, it's like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? And, if you look at sports, right? Sports is probably the best way to kind of figure out what happens when you hesitate. And it's never a good thing. It's like boxing, you hesitate, bam. Football, you hesitate, bam.
That's when injuries happen.
UFC, you get in the cage, you hesitate, it's over, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same thing in business, right? Hesitation, perfection, being a perfectionist is going to create some type of hesitation from you having to take the action that you need so you can actually get the results that you want, which means that you're going to be in this state of like being paralyzed. You know, it's like you're paralyzed. It's kind of like you're in limbo. It's like you want to do it, but should you do it? You don't know if you're doing it right? And it's like, just do it.
Yeah, just take action. Right? And then someone, I think I just saw something pop up where someone said, you know, one thing I am good at is being gentle and kind and being friendly. Well, a couple of things. Let's go back to strengths for just 1 second.
Okay.
Because I think it's important, because obviously there's like things that we're good at. Like I'm good at like tennis, but like playing tennis isn't going to make me a lot of money. And so whenever we say look at things that you're good at, we also want you to study and learn skills that are going to make you money. So if you look at like business, like what do you need to learn to have a successful business? Well, you need to learn how to sell stuff, right? Because if you can't sell stuff, whether it's through webinars or emails or over the phone, if you can't sell stuff, because that's all business is. All business is just selling ideas that are then like, even if you have a product that you create and you're like, I don't have to sell anything. Well, if you want to get investors, you have to learn how to sell stuff. You have to learn how to lead, right? You have to study leadership. You need to lead people, because if you don't know how to lead people, then people aren't going to catch on to your idea. And so you need to definitely study skill sets that are going to pay you. And a lot of people, they're like, you know, I want to cash in on my passion. And it's like, that's awesome to cash in on your passion. But for right now, focus on skills that are going to make you money, like selling, leadership, copywriting, traffic generation, video marketing. These skills are going to pay you, and that'll give you the freedom and the time to go do your passion as much as you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, dude. Focus on the skill sets that are actually going to pay you, man. What would you say the most valuable skill set that you've developed that will forever pay you over and over and over?
Selling. I think the two highest paid skill sets in the world are sales and leadership, right? Or you look at selling. I don't do any selling over the phone really. So that's copywriting or ad copy, being able to write words that hypnotize people, but that compel people to make buying decisions. Incredibly, selling, because if you can sell, then you're good in every sort of environment. Because if one product goes away, you can sell something else. If it's a recession, you can sell products, because even in recession, some products still sell. You know what I mean?
I mean, the way I see it, man, is here's how I see it, right? With what you just mentioned, even in recessions, right? Even the homeless man in your town that lives under a rock is going to buy something. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in his lifetime, he's gonna buy something. Maybe he might buy drugs, maybe he might buy a slice of bread. He's gonna buy something, right? Which means that when it comes to selling, it's like everyone eventually is gonna buy something. So, you know, you have to understand that skill set, you know, because people buy in recessions, people are just gonna buy stuff, right? And if you understand how to sell, it's just, I think, the most valuable thing. It's the most, and we were talking about this, and you said that if people are going to get a job, right, maybe because they need some extra cash flow, they should get something that's actually going to teach them something. They're going to develop a skill set, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Any job you get, like my only real job I've ever had in my life, which I was able to retire from a couple years ago, was selling ads to businesses over the phone for a company called Yellow Book. And the purpose I got the job, right? Obviously I needed money, so I looked at like what jobs could I get. Well, I know that in my life, if I wanted to be successful, I had to learn how to sell. So I got the job so I'd be comfortable talking to people on the phone, closing deals, talking to business owners, talking to rich people. I knew I'd have to learn how to do that. So that's why I got the job. Your entire life, everything is about skill sets. A lot of people, they don't understand where money comes from. That's why there are people who think that people who work at McDonald's deserve $15 an hour. It's because they don't understand where money comes from. They think that money is arbitrarily, these people deserve this much money. So no, that isn't where money comes from. Money comes from value and skills that you provide the marketplace. So if you have a skill like selling that's valuable, then you own your own economy. No one decides how much money you decide.
Damn, man.
There we go.
Make sure you're taking notes there, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
That was really good stuff, man. So for those who are joining us, man, make sure we're talking about why being a perfectionist perfectionist may cause a death in your business, right? And you know what? It may not cause a death. It may cause a delay, like you mentioned, right? But for some people, right? Some people it could cause death, man. Some people are just like, you know, I'm not getting any results. I bought the product. I bought the courses. I bought all of this. Nothing's happening, right? And they'll blame it on something else. Hey, Brian, I appreciate you inviting your followers on here, dude. Thanks a lot, dude. We really do appreciate that, okay? So let's get right into the meat and potatoes, man. Let's do it. Perfectionist, man. How do you cure this thing? How do you get rid of this, right? Because I think we've all may have experienced it at one point of our life. Why do you think people are so perfectionist?
It's probably because whenever we're like kids, like your parents kind of like nitpick at you and stuff. They're like, no, you need to like do this better. And so you kind of have this idea that if things are perfect, then they're like better. And I think the best way, I think this is the best way to cure that forever. The best way is to just one day wake up, make a decision that today I'm just going to take an action. Whether it works or not, we're just going to see what happens. And then when you do that and then something works, that's like what cured me forever. I hopped on a webinar, hadn't planned anything, made money, and I was like, holy crap, you know what I mean? And I still think about stuff a lot, right? That doesn't mean don't plan stuff. You need to plan, and you need to be structured and systematic and things like that. But action is what breeds data. Like, business, the most important thing in business is data. And so whenever you take an action, you create a data point that is giving you some sort of an effect, and then you can read from that what you need to change and make better to get results. It's just feedback, kind of like we talked about in the last show, feedback versus failure. A lot of people look at the people fail. There's no such thing. There's only feedback, right? So whenever you do something, even if it doesn't work, you're getting a data point, and that data point is more valuable than any course you can buy because it's a real data point that you can use to get the result you want.
Bam, man. Just like that, man. You know, just like that, man. Data, man. Having data. So when you took action and you didn't have anything planned on that webinar, how did it make you feel?
Dude, I was nervous. I was nervous, but also excited. You know what I mean? And that's actually the weird thing about nervous. The feelings of nervous and excitement are actually the same. But I was nervous, but also excited, you know what I mean? And whenever I got the result, you know what I mean? Oh, so excited. And then from that point forward, I no longer I don't feel the need to be perfect because I know that perfectionism, you just don't got to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we're not perfect. I mean, we're hanging out. You know what I mean?
We're not perfect. I mean, we got a green screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people we should absolutely, right? But some people, like, you know, like for example, you know, like these shows and stuff, right? Some people will people use this for shows, but there's some people who are watching this right now that probably have an idea. You probably want to do a show. Maybe you want to have your voice heard. You want to connect with more people. But some of you guys are overthinking it. Some of you guys are thinking like, man, well, I need this, I need that, I need this and that. And it's like, no, man, just pop up your phone, put it on a selfie stick like we have there, or put it on your iPad, leaning against the computer, okay? And just do the show, right? Just do the show. I mean, I think it was your boy Hov, right? Who basically said that he never even took a professional photo until he made like 20 million.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And he was talking about how, he thinks that sometimes like like his older videos where he was like doing the recording and like it wasn't like nice camera actually converted better than his new ones because of the fact that it doesn't really matter the look of how anything looks. I mean, I guess to a certain extent, but it's really the value. It goes down to the value. I mean,
quote of the day.
I think about some of the webinars that we did and where we were and how we looked, and people still bought. I think about how we shot some of the videos, like when we're doing like Instagram, and it was like, man, people were buying stuff, right? And I think that, like you said, I mean, you took action, right? And what was the result?
Oh, sales.
And it wasn't even planned.
No, it wasn't planned
at all, right? He just decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna just do the damn thing, and he actually got a result that was the one that you probably thinking that in order for you to get, you had to be perfect.
Right. Exactly. Which I still plan. Yeah, I'm still a planner and stuff, but I'm not like a perfect planner. You know what I mean? Like because some stuff is shouting. Like you go to like do a webinar, there is some stuff that shouts, like the content of the webinar, things like actually getting people to attend the webinar. You know what I mean? Like doing the traffic and the marketing, the Facebook and all that stuff. So there is some stuff that shouts. Like focus on that and plan for it and take action on that. But a lot of people, like Mark Hoverson talks about how like some people, they won't do a video because they don't have like 3 cameras around them to give like that feel. Like, you know what I mean?
A movie feel.
Yeah. And they won't do a video. They're like, nah, I can't make it as good as Spielberg, so I'm not gonna do anything today. And it's like, seriously, come on, just do stuff, because without any action, you don't get any feedback. Without feedback, you can't create the life you want.
Damn, man, just like that, man. So guys, you guys have been awesome to us, okay? We've just shared with you guys why being a perfectionist may be the death of your business, right? And it may not, because maybe you're not willing to quit, right? But it may delay you, may prolong the success that you've been looking for, right? So guys, this is the I Am a Business show, okay? And we're here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? And what I would like you guys to do right now, if you guys want, you guys can go right after this to the IamABusinessShow.com, and you guys can get access to a free PDF, which is going to be the 6 steps to creating a 6-figure online machine. And you can also subscribe to our VIP list when you do that to get daily updates and just be part of the list, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be freaking awesome, all right? You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. We really do appreciate you. Any last words?
No, I think I'm tapped out, bro.
That's awesome. Well, this is Policy Q.
Landon Stewart, y'all.
And thank you for coming to the I Am a Business show. Not a businessman. I am a business man. Peace.
See ya.